Look over there, all black boots and long hair. Say, come here, baby, let me catch you stare. Like the way you walk when you walk over there. Ain't no girl like, ain't no girl like that. No girl like that. I just want to talk to you. Want to talk to you. Come on, let's drive around. Take the top down, fool around. Come on, let's drive around. Take the top down,
Fool around, yeah.
Hey, now, what you look over there?
Big red lips and long blonde hair.
Take on your baby, let me there.
All right. Oh, what's up? Got to start the morning off with a little Ric Flair in the morning. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Wednesday. No, it's a Wednesday. Man, I'm getting all messed up my days here. It felt like a Ruby Tuesday, but it is Wednesday, September 14th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your wacky Wednesday, and we are off to a wacky start, and hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your morning. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Sign up today and follow the top pickers each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. You can see that Mags went 7-8 yesterday. Art took the day off yesterday. Ron Raymond went 9-6, and you can follow the top players each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. Also, don't forget, sign up for the World Series of Handicapping.com. Man, we're struggling here on a wacky Wednesday, but you can sign up today for the World Series of Handicapping.com pro football contest. Even though you didn't sign up for week 1, you can still play in the weekly contest. And all you got to do is sign up, make 7 selections each and every week, and if those selections go 7-0, you will win a free 1-year membership at ATSstats.com. And we had 2 winners in week number 1, so we gave out 2 memberships yesterday. And you're going to notice the nice front page now here at ATSstats.com. And this is one of my favorite features, along with the VPP. And again, this is going to be a front page where people are going to come each and every day and see the top 3 picks of all sports, right? And then you could go on the pull down menu, baseball. If you want to see NFL, you just go to NFL. And if you want to see college football, it'll give you the top 3 sports betting options. Well, in fact, the top 25 sporting betting options each and every day right here at ATSstats.com. And all the promotions, all the articles we've got written, the latest articles, you can get it right here at the top of the website. All right. Struggling on a... See, that's what happens when you only have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, right? Normally I get 2. 2 fires me right up, but we're working on 1 cup today. But then you can see that the lips sometimes aren't following the mind. All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. My name is Ron Raymond, a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. It is 19 degrees today in the nation's capital. Nice sunny day here in Ottawa. Hopefully it's nice and sunny where you're at. Hopefully you had a good night last night. We did. We had San Diego as our member selection, and the Atlanta Braves. We handicapped that game for you guys yesterday, and I really loved. The more I looked into that game, and with right pitching, I love that pick, and it cashed in for us last night. All right. Time to say good morning to the bullpen, and each and every day you can see the people in the bullpen, the ramblers and gamblers in our chat box. Those are the people we call the bullpenners, and they are there each and every day. You can see F is there. Good morning, F. Front of the class where the pearls have been clutch. Yeah, the pearls have been money. Hey?
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, as Randy Moss would say, straight cash.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, I got to tune up my...
Straight cash,
there,
homie.
A little louder. Isaiah, how you doing there, Isaiah? Hope you're having a good day in Mini. He must be happy there as Vikings won on the weekend. And who else is in the house? Brent Vienne's in the house. Good morning, Brent. You got Tongue-Tied 89. Good morning, everyone, says Tongue-Tied. And the Gent Woodworker. Good morning, the Gent. And so I wonder what the buzz is in Denver these days with Nathaniel Hackett really blowing that last minute, right? Time management. One of the things I can tell you as a football coach, and the thing is, when you're on the sidelines, there's so much action going on. You got people in your ear. You got players coming up to you, telling you what play works. It's, anybody who's coached football, players always tell you the plays that always work, right? They'll say, Coach, we got to run this. We got to run, share. We got to run share. I know share is going to work on this play. We got to do the jet sweep. Players will always tell you that, right? And every play they'll tell you is a touchdown. But the thing as a head coach or a coordinator, your mind is racing 1,000 miles a minute. And the thing is, you got to be calm in those situations, right? And hey, you know what? Nathaniel Hackett's first game as a NFL head coach, we'll give him a little bit of rope here, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. Well, one thing he'll learn from that, right? Time management, crucial when it comes to the last 2 minutes of a football game. All right, Isaiah, always mindful of being balanced and don't allow workload to overdo. Those Vikings look poised to outright. We'll see the Vikings this weekend. I don't know who they're playing, but we'll take a look at that in just a second. Bo Jackson's in the house, eh? How about the Blue Jays, eh, Bo? How about those Blue Jays?
Show me the money!
Yeah, they showed you the money in the second doubleheader, but Tampa Bay is just one of those teams that, they grind. They'll grind you to the end. And the difference between pretenders and contenders in the months of September was shown last night, right? Obviously, the Blue Jays had a doubleheader. Rays won in game number 1. Their pitching staff is one of the best in the leagues. But the Blue Jays, the thing I like about the Blue Jays, they're a young team, and Schneider's really got these guys focused now. The festival in the dugout is not as prominent as it was with Montoya, but you can see that's what I was talking about in May, June, July, when I said, man, that dugout's like Carib Festival, right? They got to really control that, because you hit a home run, you get the jacket, but everybody's partying like you won the game. Hey, you got to act like you've been there before, and I like the way Schneider's handling things in Toronto. You got to be even keel, and don't let the highs get too high, don't let the lows get too low. But I think Schneider's doing a good job. Baltimore, right? You're seeing how Baltimore's handling the pressure of September baseball, and you got to win in September, right? And now you're noticing the teams that are running for the playoff spot, the pennant race. When the game is very tight in the 5th, 6th, 7th inning, this is where you're going to see the real teams get over the top. Like, Baltimore, just not there. The first time to the dance in a few years. They're just not there from experience wise. Toronto came one game short last year. They're slowly, winning those games that you need to win, right? And those are the games like last night in the second doubleheader. You saw the Blue Jays. They pulled it out, even though it was tight. And in a game, and it could be any sport. It could be hockey, NFL. There's always a breaking point where you break the opponent's will, right? And that's one thing I always say in football. You get to these tight games with another opponent, and it's just like a heavyweight fight, right? It's like you're going pound for pound, you're going jab for jab, and you get to the 10th inning or the 10th round, and then you start breaking that will. You start, you chip away, and then boom, KO, right? And that's the way you got to do it in sports. And you're going to see it a lot in September baseball right now. You watch the games and look at those teams. I'm talking about, the teams I'm talking about. The Seattle, the Blue Jays, the Yankees, the Rays, the Atlanta, the Mets. You're going to see they're going to be in games where it's going to be like, 0-0 in the 5th inning, 1-1 in the 7th. And it's just that team that can break the other team's will. It's playoff baseball, baby. Hey, that's all I can say about that. It's playoff baseball, and it's fun to watch. All right, Lee Clark's in the house. Good morning, Lee. How you doing there, buddy? RBG Pricey, Yahoo. Hey, a little Ric Flair for RG. A little RBG right there. F's ABC, brother. Hey, way to go get him. ABC, always be closing. That's right. Hey, you know that. That's the fact right there.
These are the ABCs of me, baby.
Yeah, always be closing those winning tickets. Man, it is a wacky Wednesday. I just feel my a little behind here today trying to get these my sentences out, but we'll get there. All right, seeing new people in here every day. Yeah, love to see new people. And again, if you're new to the Raymond Report and you're wondering what this guy's all about, and I'll get to that in just a minute. We're here to help the experienced and the novice sports bettor, and give the show a few weeks, right? Give the show a few weeks. And again, it's not mostly like a fantasy sports where we're going to talk players and all that. We're trying to beat the number, right? We're trying to beat the sports book's number. And I always say it's my number against the bookmaker's number. And at the end of the day, let's get to that 10th round. And hopefully we as Mike Singletary would say,
our formula is this. We go out, we hit people in the mouth.
Boom. Hey, that's what our formula is. We just go out there, we punch people in the mouth, hopefully not people, but our bookmaker, and cash in the money, right? All right, Scott's in the house, and James S., good morning from Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, how you doing there, James S. from Phoenix? Suns are looking good last year. We'll see what happens this season. Hopefully you get your hockey team settled in a real arena. Hey, not some junior hockey rink there in the desert. But Scott, the good work success is growing and spreading across the land. Yeah, you know what? I love what F said last night. We're not about a show about just sitting here and giving you picks. I say it all the time, right, guys? It's like going to a nice restaurant. You know, you want to sit down. You want to enjoy your company. You want to, talk about the things that really matter in life, the science of it, right? I love what F said, and I also love what Gloria K said. You know, she said before the motto of the show should be teach, win, repeat, right? I love that. I think I'm going to include it in one of my headers. But the using the analogy of the fast food business and the restaurant business, if you want fast food, you want quick picks, then this show might not be for you. But if you want to learn, hey, teach, win, repeat, that's what we'll do here at the Raymond Report. And again, just give the show an hour, and you don't have to listen to it live. You can listen on the replay and pick up the pearls, as we say, each and every day, and hopefully we'll help you guys out. All right, let me see here. Friggin' YouTube keeps restriction the Nature Boy live stream. Hey, all right. Well, we'll get on that, Johnny. Hey, Gloria K, there she is.
Put that coffee down.
Coffee's for closers, and Gloria K is in the house, and she is a closer. It's a Maine's World. Jermaine Brown just probably waking up from being up all night with a newborn. And John Presco, it's only a DM, those videos. Met sure know how to blow a parlay. Yeah, we won't go there. And this is why there's a certain price limit that you want to put down on sports, right? Minus 400 is not one of them. Hey, what was that price last night on Jacob deGrom? But it's a tough one, right? It's a tough one. But this is where exactly where I'm talking about. You got to learn how to win, right? I don't know who said it. There's a coach out there or a book that says you got to learn how to win, and that's one thing as a football coach. You should see all the books I have here. Maybe one day I'll bring you out all the books that I have. One of my favorite books is the Al Davis book, right? Just Win, Baby. One of my favorite books, and just a quick story about Al Davis. In his book, he talks about on game day, and somebody, the media was trying to talk to Al Davis, and they went up to the media personnel and they said, hey, I guess that's when he was coaching or something like that, right? They wanted to talk to Al Davis. And the media guys, oh, no. He goes, we don't pet the tiger on game day, so you got to talk to him tomorrow. And I thought that was a great line. We don't pet the tiger on game day. And you know what? You can say probably the same thing about Belichick. Imagine trying to talk to Belichick 2 hours before a football game. Yeah, would Coach Belichick be around? I want to talk to him about his offensive coordinator. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just 1 second. Beat it. Hey, you don't pet the tiger on game day. And I thought that was one of the best lines. So anyway, I'll get into some of the books that I've read here, and I'll give you guys some of the great lines of those books, the synopsis, or what do you call it, the Cole's Note version, and hopefully we'll get there. All right, let me see here. What else? Don't invest in a team valued at minus 300. Yeah. Good morning, Solo Rider. Good morning, the Rider. Let's ride, baby. Hey, let's ride.
Holy cow!
Holy cow. Let's get on with the show. All right, again, my name is Ron Raymond, and if you want to learn more about the Raymond Report, or you want to get my book that I wrote in 2009 called Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, you can get this book right here at the website, along with 30 bonus tips. And if you want to learn about the Raymond Report, golden rules of sports betting, or the fundamentals and the value on how to get a lot of value into your fundamentals of sports handicapping, the Raymond Report is this. It's a tip sheet based on the fundamentals of value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a very disciplined money management system. You can get the Raymond Report each and every day right here at atsstats.com. And the Fitbit. I don't know why this Fitbit always goes off. I just reached my 150. It says I just my goals, 150 meter goals. I guess all that walking I do is just moving my arms here. So my Fitbit just went off, threw me right off here on my my opening. Come on, Fitbit, I'm doing an opening right here. All right, value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and a disciplined money management system. Today, throughout the show, you're going to hear me talk about A, B, and C type teams in the Raymond report. And as you know, I don't bet on the C type teams, right, Denis? Oh, I'm losing my Denis Lemieux there. I don't have my my Denis Lemieux soundbite. I'm gonna have to work on that there later on. Hey, feeling naked without my never. Nope, I don't know what happened there. All right. I think I know what happened. I deleted some files this morning. Oh, yeah. Deleted the wrong files. Anyways, yeah, A, B, and C type teams. So we never bet on C type teams. A and B type teams are teams that have a 60 or higher win percentage. And you can see right there, teams that are B type teams that have a 50 to 59.9, and teams that are 49 or lower, those what I label C-type teams, and I try not to bet on C-type teams ever. And you're going to hear me talk a lot about teams that are in a bullish, neutral, or bearish cycle. And the bullish cycle means a team in baseball is 7-0, 6-1, 5-2 in our last 7 games, and a team that is neutral, 3-4, 4-3, and a team that is bearish is 0-7, 1-6, 2-5 in their last 7 games. All right, speaking of the 10 commandments, thou shalt not bet big money on C-type teams in the Raymond report. Never. That's avoid betting C-type teams. If you can avoid betting teams with a losing record, it's the number 1 rule of sports betting. And just the reason why I say that, you are what your record says you are, says Bill Parcells. And if you're a C-type team, you get what you deserve. You bet on those teams, right? And not in a mean way, but in a way where it's a teachable moment, right? Teach, win, repeat. I love that. All right, never lay points. I never lay points, anyways. I'll take the points. I'll take the underdog points. But if I like the favorite and he's affordable in the money line, that's what I'll bet on. I'll take the points and I'll bet the over-unders. Never bet on double headers. Good example yesterday, the Blue Jay game, right? It's just so much going on that day on doubleheader days. You don't know which pitcher's available. You know, is Manoah going to go? He's not going to go. It's chaos for managers on doubleheader days. Follow a disciplined money management system. The best one that I can really recommend to you guys is basically have 2 mindsets when you're making your bet. Have a beer and pizza money mindset, and then have an investment mindset, right? And I'll get to this in the investment part, because our premium picks lately, and if you follow the premium picks here at ATS Stats, we are 14-3 last 17. I'll get to that in just a few seconds. Never chase, never force a pick because you need action on the game. Yeah, never do that. Never chase losing bets on a bad day. If you had a bad day, live with it. Bet with your wallet, not your heart. You're trying to beat the number. You're not scoring points in your fantasy league. That's one of the top 10 right here. You're trying to beat the number. You're not trying to get points out of Aaron Rodgers or Devontae Adams, or you're not trying to get fantasy points. We don't give a crap about that. We're here to make risky book. Yeah, we're here to show you the money. I don't care about points. Can we beat the bookmaker's number? And we're gonna punch him in the mouth after, right? Right, Mike? Hey, I love this line.
Our formula is this. We go out, we hit people in the mouth.
Yeah, that's what we do right there. All right, never bet against A-type teams who are bullish at home. The 24-hour rule of betting, take a day off after a big win. That's one of my rules in football. After we have a big win in football as a team, we call it the 24-hour rule, right? Enjoy the next 24 hours, because you never know when the next win's going to come, especially a big win, right? Never bet on teams who are bearish. That's the rules, against the rules. Never bet against teams who are in a bearish cycle, because you got to let these teams work it out. Trying to predict when a team's going to finish a winning streak, trying to lose a losing streak, is like trying to catch a falling knife, right? And here is the disciplined money management system. You can see this chart right here at atsstats.com. All right, it's a wacky Wednesday. It is a wacky Wednesday, and
Joe own the Chiefs. Owns.
Hey, you can tell hockey season's in. Hey, I'm bringing all the slap shot reference right now. All right, the next thing on the segment is we always feed the ponies. All right, let him out.
They're moving in the gate. Open
They are off and running today at Parks Racing in Pennsylvania. Today's first post time at Parks is at 12:55 post time, 1 mile on the dirt. It's a $7,500 claiming race, and you can see we like 635 in race number 1 today. And there's Barbosa again on the number 6 horse, Mountain Tree, 6-1 morning line on Mountain Tree. Number 3 horse, Ronin Warrior, Hernandez in the saddle on Ronin Warrior. And then you got the 5 horse, Two Princes, with Rivera taking the ride on the 4-1 morning line. And our Joker's wild selection is the 8 horse, Master of War, with Haddock in the saddle, a number 8 horse, 9-2 morning line. But I'm going to go Ronin Warrior today at 3-1 morning line. Give me Ronin Warrior now with a $20 budget. Put 10 to win, 10 to place on the 3 horse. This way, if Ronin Warrior comes in first, you get paid twice. He comes in second, you get paid once, which is also nice. And you can bet all the ponies today at atsstats.com using our tip sheet. Just go to horses, free tip sheet, and if you want the premium tip sheet, go to premium with your membership right here. It's only $4.99. Say, give it a shot, kick the tires, and you get all the premium tracks today, courtesy of your friends right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's get to the market and let's see what the markets are telling us right now. And as we always like to, we love having fun on the show, right, Rex?
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Yeah, we always have fun. If you don't have fun, why are you doing it, right? That's one thing I always tell people. You know, if you're not having fun doing something, why would you do it? Especially in coaching. You don't need to be in football. Hey, I know there's, it's funny, right? There's always coaching drama and, or football drama or whatever. There's always drama somewhere, right? And I always tell people, you know what? I'm too old for that crap. If it ain't fun, I just don't do it no more. That's the best. That's one of my golden rules of life right now. If it ain't fun, find something else to do. All right, let me see. Major League Baseball. Let's go see what the SBI is telling us today. Wow, look at that. Hey, look at that. It's where's
straight cash, homie.
Yeah, straight cash for the favorites last night in Major League Baseball. 11-6 for the favorites. 6-10-1 to the over/under. If you look at the 7-day average, 57.7. So you know what Norm Peterson was saying, hey?
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
Yeah, milk-bone underwear is because the favorites, underdogs, are having a pretty good run here at 42.3. Now, it's not a huge percentage, but it's 2% higher than the season average. And so maybe the underdogs is where you want to maybe pay attention today. And again, this is what the markets are all about, right? This is what sports betting is all about. And if you're tuning in for the very first time, the one thing I always say, you got to have your finger on the pulse of the markets, right? What goes up must come down. I say it all the time, right? It's like Bitcoin. Bitcoin can't go up forever. It can't go down forever, but it could be find that middle ground, right? The same thing in sports betting. You got to find the middle ground in sports betting. And especially after a big night like last night, anytime you look at this, after a double-digit favorite, look at this one on September 7th. After the favorites went 12-5, the dogs had 2-day run right there, right? So keep that in mind. No, I'm not saying my crystal ball is going to be 100% accurate right there, but it's about the market psychology of the markets, and you just got to find those good A and B type teams to bet on, like Atlanta and the San Diego Padres last night. Nice cha-ching right there. That's one thing I need. Hey, a little cha-ching soundbite right here. Hey. Yeah, close enough. All right. Let me see here. Good morning. Let me see. Sorry, John, never reached him. Bullpen, hit the bullpen. Yeah, hit the like button there, buddy. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. And if you're tuning in for the very first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And hopefully you're not like John Presco and you don't get your, hopefully you get your alerts when we go on live. Love the 10 Commandments. Thank you for teaching me, says Solo Rider. Yeah, we do that each and every morning. It's just a reminder, right? How many times have you, again, I know it sounds like a broken record, but for the veterans here, but the new people tuning in for the very first time, how many times you made a bet that lost and you look back and you say, okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? And then you find the thing you missed and you said, man, that's one of my rules. Why did I go against one of my rules, right? And that's why I go through the 10 Commandments each and every morning, just to remind you, right? Just a little friendly reminder from your hey, what's that Spider-Man thing? Your neighborhood Spider-Man. Just a friendly reminder from your neighborhood Spider-Man. All right. Major League Baseball. Let me see, what do we got next? Oh, the ABCs, right? Always beat closing.
A, B, C. A, always, B, B, C, closing. Always be closing. always be closing.
Always be closing those winning tickets. And let me see here. Making a t-shirt. Teach, win, repeat. Like it, coach. It goes with my coffee and other t-shirts I got from you. Awesome. Yeah, that's the next t-shirt I'm going to print out. TWR. I was thinking about that last night. Abbreviation. I'm a big abbreviation guy, right? TWR. Teach, win, repeat. And hopefully... Hey, maybe we'll get a trademark on that eventually if it gets popular. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, Bullpen, says Mitchell Watson. Mitchell Watson is in the house. Good morning, Mitchell. And we all know what Mitchell wants, right?
I want winners.
Yeah, we'll get you some winners there this morning, Mitchell. And there's my good friend, Bien Trabajo. We demand that we have fun, Coach. Yeah, I demand that we have fun.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Yeah, I demand we always have fun here on the Raymond Report, and that's one of the golden rules, right? One of the golden rules. I wonder if the Dallas Cowboys offense is going to be in effective mode this week, Rex?
How about our offense? When are we going to put it together?
Yeah, when are we going to put that offense together? I know Big D, so this too easy of a target to pick on, right? But I'm not one of those guys who picks on team. I don't care about that. I just care about teams that make me money. But let me see here. Who else is in the house? Isaiah, mostly reverse cycles. Time to wave. Make a t-shirt. Good morning. Keep riding the Pirates, says 619 Sosa. Yeah, I would love to ride them, but C-type team. I just can't bet on C-type teams, and I'm just waiting for my Bears and Bulls report to generate here. But in the meantime, let's do a little poll here tonight. Let's do a little poll. Which game do you guys want me to poll? Yeah, let's do Blue Jays and Rays. Let me see. What's the line on this? Yeah, perfect. All right. Who do you like tonight? Let me do a little poll, a little friendly poll. Who do you like tonight? Jays or Rays? Or Rays or Jays? Who do you like tonight? Jays, Rays plus 100, or Jays or Rays? Oh, Rays or Jays? Man, these guys got to change their name. You can't have these two names so close to each other. All right, so Rays, I think it's plus 100, and then Jays minus 120, and that's the poll question of the day. And let me know what you guys think. And let me see, is it out there yet? Do you guys see it? There's James. There you go, James. You get a Ric Flair right there. Yeah, and you know what? That's what we're gonna do during roll call. If you're sitting there on the sidelines and you say, you know what, I just want to say good morning to the bullpen or Ron and all that, just come on in and say, hey, give me the soundbite that you want, and I'll play the soundbite for you. I'll give you a good morning and I'll give you your soundbite. So James wanted Ric Flair. There you go, James, and top of the morning to you. All right, Jays, Rays, and don't forget, and look at the early voting right now. 57% on the Jays at minus 120. All right, let's get to the Bears and Bulls report. These are the ABCs of me, baby.
These are the ABCs of me, baby.
Yeah, you can see right here the A-type teams. Whoa, look at that. The Yankees right back in the A-type group. Or were they always there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, they were there. I thought we had another one there. All right, so the Yankees, barely there. 61%. Atlanta, big win last night for the Chop Shop right there. Speaking of the ATL, where's all our ATLs? Where's all our friends, Mark Nations? All our friends in Atlanta. Normally they're here each and every day, but maybe they'll log in later. Los Angeles, A-type team. Houston, A-type team. New York Mets, they are neutral. Atlanta neutral. Yankees are bullish. And the B-type teams right now in the REM report that are neutral. Well, actually, you know what? There's not one B. Oh yeah, Minnesota. Come on, Isaiah. What's going on with your Twinkies here? Why are the Twins still in the Bear Club? They even though they had a win, 2-5 in their last 7 games. Public confidence level right now on the Twins, 28%. Market psychology, folks. Market psychology. That's what the bookmakers, think like a bookmaker, as Ross Benjamin. And don't forget, you can catch Ross tomorrow. Ross the Boss will be here tomorrow on our Ross the Boss Thursdays, on our full Fridays. There, Mark? That's what we call our Thursdays here. A Thursday or a full Friday. All right, so Minnesota, bearish right now, 2-5. And the teams that are bullish in the B Club, you got Phillies. They're on a 4-game win streak right now. Their market confidence very high, 85%. Toronto 71 5-2 in their last 7. Cleveland 85% 6-1. They're on a 5-game win streak. And the Brew Crew, big win last night for the Brew Crew against the Cards. Maybe I jinxed Montgomery yesterday. Remember I was saying Montgomery? It was hey, sorry about that, Jordan. Didn't mean to jinx you yesterday, but unfortunately we were pumping his tires yesterday and he got the loss. But big win for the Brew Crew last night. Not sure. I don't mind those unis once in a while, but the Baby Blue Brew Crew, I don't know. Hey, feel like I'm going to some type of Halloween party with those things on or something. All right, let me see here in the C-type club. Let's see who's nothing to talk about. If a team isn't bullish in the C club, we just don't talk about it, right? We don't poke a sleeping bear because C teams don't make you money. Hey, oh, speaking of, somebody had a birthday yesterday, right? Who was it that had a birthday yesterday? Can you guys let me know in the bullpen? Somebody had a birthday yesterday, and we want to wish him or her a happy birthday. Who was it that had a birthday yesterday? It was I saw that in the Discord. I know you guys will tell me in just a few minutes. I know you guys are all over that stuff because I want to wish them a belated happy birthday. But you got to let me know which person it is again. Let me see here. Stripling 0-2 at home against the American League East this season. Okay, good to know. Because they're from Minnesota, says Isaiah. Hey, because that's funny. Bo Jackson 2-7 for his career against American League East. Can't wait for Boss Talk on Thursday. Yeah, Boss Talk. Yeah, I promise you we won't wave our fists at the clouds tomorrow and tell kids to get off our lawns. like we did a little rant last week, but that's all good. Hey, there he is. Who's Mizzou? The network's in the house. Yeah, let me know whose birthday was yesterday. I wanted to wish that person. I'm just dying to use my soundbite right there. All right, let's get to the next segment. That is the VPP, the value and percent GM coach. Good morning, Nico Kelly. Good morning, Nico. Hey, teach, win, repeat. And that's one of our models here. I'm going to put that in the one of the headings here. All right, let's go to the VPP, the daily value and percentage play. I was having trouble getting that out yesterday. I was like, okay, what's after V? Yesterday was today was even a struggle. Yeah, yesterday, Tuesday and Wednesday, they're not my finest hours here the last 2 days trying to get this show on the road, but we're doing a good job, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. And again, if you guys are if you sign up at in the bullpen and it's for the membership, you get 50% off your membership right here at atsstats.com. Once I see you sign up, I'll send you an email with a promo code and you will get 50% off your yearly membership or monthly membership right here at atsstats.com. I've been taking the Rays recently. They got the Wander. Yeah, it was good to see Wander back yesterday, right? All right, Wander Franco. Wander Franco. When I saw him, I said, wow, where's he been lately? All right, let's get to the VPP. Let's go to Major League Baseball, and let's go right here. And this is where we talk about the games that we'll be looking at today. And as you know, the rules say rules are rules. Uberus had a birthday. That's it. Our Oburus, this is for you right here. There's my good friend, Our Oburus. Happy belated birthday to Our Oburus. All right, there. Hey, I just wanted to get that soundbite. So let me know if you got a birthday because I love playing that soundbite, and we'll make it your day right here and the Raymond Report. All right, so C on C-type crime in game number 1. Hey, we don't bet on that. Never, never. Man, I'm dying to use that soundbite, Denis Lemieux, but I deleted it by mistake, and it's gone from my stream deck here. Anyway, we'll get it back tomorrow. So we're not going to touch that game here. Pittsburgh against Cincinnati. LA against the Cleveland Guardians. So I'm going to circle that. I'll give that a courtesy look later on. And Cleveland, let me see. No, that's not the right price. There's no way it's minus 270. So the line on that game, Cleveland is minus 101 and minus 109 for Cleveland. So Cleveland minus 109. So I'll have to fix that later. I don't know why that's like that. Houston against Detroit. Just going to circle Cleveland though. Hey, Cleveland's on a 5-game win streak I said earlier. Houston against Detroit. You got minus 270. I'm not laying 270 against Detroit. Colorado against the White Sox. White Sox minus 260. Man, these are high prices today. Is that real? Let me see. Where's the White Sox here? Chicago White Sox. Wonder if I'm having feed issues here. Let me see. Where's Chicago White Sox? Oh yeah, 244. Yep, we're right. 244. Who's going for the White Sox? That must be Giolito going today. Let me go to my lineup card right here. Chicago, Dylan Cease. Yeah, Dylan Cease for sure. 14-6 against Kyle Freeland of the Rockies. I'm not touching that. Atlanta against San Francisco. Going for the Atlanta Braves today. You got Charlie Moore, the old veteran, up against Carlos Rodon. Now this is going to be a really good game. This will be a good game. You got two very experienced starting pitchers. I'll give Atlanta a little circle right there when I'm handicapping. And again, this is what I do each and every day. I print out this sheet. I look for the A and B type teams, and then I look at the price, and then I look for value, percentage play, and the performance cycles, and then the rest. And then I come up with my plays, right? San Diego and Seattle. Again, Seattle, big loss last night. Big win, 2-0 for the Padres last night. And looking at today's starting pitcher for San Diego, we got Mike Clevenger against Luis Castillo. You know what? Of all the trades, that's probably the one I like the best at the trade deadline. I thought that was a great trade, getting Castillo. And you know what? Nobody expected that trade, right? Who really expected Luis Castillo to go to Seattle? I thought that was a steal of a trade, right? As Ross would say, it was like stealing. All right. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? This is a tough game to handicap, because I like Castillo. And let me see the number. 61.9% chance of winning on the Mariners. Now, San Diego, can they go back-to-back wins? B on B type teams right here. So San Diego, let me see here, 13-12 against B type teams, 17-18, neutral 10 days, -132 is the line, and 155. So we got an overvalued Seattle team here today. So I think Seattle, I'll give that a bit of a look. And Clevenger, well, I don't know what's he been like on the road lately. Let me see. Clevenger, 5-6, 4.13 ERA, one win. He's only got one win in the last 5 starts, so that's a little concerning. He's on the road, and on the road this season, Clevenger, 4.5 ERA, 4-3. Yeah, you know what? Seattle might be the ticket right there. All right, let me see here. Solo rider. Bullpen, I have to start packing my car. Please post the pearls in the Discord for me. I could hear my son saying, Mom, what are you doing? Let's go. All right, Gloria, have yourself a great trip. And as you know, Gloria's son is a professional golfer, so she's on the road again. And can't wait to get on the road again. And there she goes, Gloria K. And we all know what Gloria is, right?
Put that coffee down.
Coffee's for closers.
Coffee's for closers only.
Yeah, that's a long pause between that segment, eh? I'll have to edit that or something. All right, Philadelphia taking on Miami. The Phillies -130. Now, the Phillies are pretty hot right now. What, a 5-game win streak, I said? In fact, let me bring over the computer picks. This is another thing that I have here. So let me go to my dashboard. And again, new front page. I'll talk about that in a few seconds. Go to Major League Baseball. And your dashboard, go to your computer picks. Go to MLB right here, and the next page will be your computer selections, and it's like a little snapshot of all the games, all the important information that you want to know going on that day. But I'll wait till that loads up, and then I'll come back to it. Philly, Miami. Miami. I think Miami got the win last night, didn't they? The Sandy Alcantara going for against I forget who it was, or did the Phillies come back? I'm not sure. I didn't see that game. I was watching the Blue Jay game. Let me see. This is taking forever to load up here. I'll get back to that in a second. All right, Miami, let me see. 43.1% chance, but C-type team. Philadelphia, -130. Who's going for the Phillies today? You got Kyle Gibson against Edward Cabrera. Now, let's see what Cabrera is like at home. You know what? ERA is pretty good. 2.63. And at home this year, pitching in Miami, Cabrera, 2-1. 4.2 ERA, a little bit high. 1.62 on the road. Yeah. What's his whip at? The whip, 1.13. Not bad. So, you know what? This could be an unders game. It seems like everything in Miami is going under these days. Let me see. What was the final score last night? Let me get to that game right there. Yeah, 2-1. So the Phillies came back to 2-1. All right, so they did. Remember I said yesterday, it's just, remember the line, I said, why is Miami favored? I said, oh yeah, Alcantara is starting. The line will tell you when there's something odd happening, right? Philadelphia, back to normal, minus 130. 36% chance of winning, though. I don't love the percentage play here today. Bullish 3 days. I think I'll pass. Baltimore, Washington. I don't know if I can trust the Orioles right now, but who are they going up against? Washington, Patrick Corbin. Yeah, man, it's a good thing he got his money when he won the World Series, right? Because he's been a bust right now. Austin Voth for the Orioles. I'm not feeling it with the O's right now. It's just, especially on the road. If they were at Camden Yards, yeah, why not? But that line wouldn't be 150. It'd probably be like minus 190 or something like that, right? But yeah, I don't like that. Tampa Bay against Toronto, minus 120. Let's see what the poll is saying right now. Wow, you guys like Tampa Bay right now. 52% of the poll voters like Tampa Bay. 52%, 48% for the Jays. This is a tough game. You know what? I'm going to handicap this game for you guys in just a few minutes using the rain report. So I'll come back to this one. Cubbies taking on the Mets, minus 200. Yeah, Mets. Anything? Again, going back to my, when you got them down, you gotta knock them out, right? And right now the Mets, they're trying to win the division, right? And they see the Atlanta Braves coming quickly, and it's going to be between the Mets and the Braves. You got to find ways to win your games. And the thing is, for the Mets last night, that from a psychological point of view, you send out your ace. The batters and everybody else cannot think it's a night off. Like, just because Jacob deGrom's out there, you can't just like coast, right? It's the same thing if you've ever played hockey. If you ever played hockey, even beer league hockey, it doesn't matter. When you're starting goalies and nets, there's a confidence level. But as soon as the backup goes in, I don't know what it is, but as soon as the backup goes in, everybody's mind starts thinking defense all of a sudden, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Anybody who's played beer league hockey or real hockey at a high level, you can see when you're starting goalies and nets, everybody's flying around, nobody's back checking, but as soon as the backup goalie goes in, it's like, 4-man back, one man in, it's like the Jacques Lemaire trap or something in beer league. Nothing worse than playing beer league hockey and the other team's playing the trap in beer league. Oh, that's awful. I don't even know what soundbite to put for that. All right, Cubbies against the Mets. Yeah, so the Mets got to find a way to beat the Beatables. You got to beat the Beatables. And to me, the Cubs, but I've been saying this for a month now, the Cubbies have been a tough out. The Cubbies have been playing some good baseball the last month. And you can see against A-type teams, though, they don't have a great record, 10-24. But the Mets got to find a way to win. Anyway, I'm not going to touch that game because, confidence a little shaky right there for the Mets. Yankees. All right, so the Yankees playing at Fenway last night. The final score in that game was 7-6. What a crazy game at Fenway. All rise. The judge got his 57th last night. Did he get 58 too? I know I saw that one home run. It went off the towers at Fenway. You ever been to Fenway? I tell you, it's one of the greatest. That and obviously that and Wrigley are two nice old parks. But if you ever go to Fenway, all the shops are outside. There's no shops inside. If you want to buy like a hat or a t-shirt or anything like that, all the merchandise shops are all around. And it's funny, when you get to Fenway and you're walking up the street, it's like you're at an old fire hall. You're looking at the building, it's like a fire hall. You wouldn't even know you're at a baseball stadium. It's really awesome. If you get a chance, bucket list, go to Fenway and go sing Sweet Caroline the 7th with the other Red Sox faithful. You don't need to be a Red Sox fan just to sing Sweet Caroline. All right, let me see here. Mets, Boston. The Yankees, the stash is going today, right? Nestor Cortez, the lefty. Yeah, but I think he's been
Struggling.
I think he's been struggling lately. Let me see. Yeah, he's. Oh yeah, that deserves a double, Joe.
Struggling.
Yeah, only one win since July 30th. So Nestor Cortez. Not having a strong finish, right? He had a good start. I know he's unbeatable at home, but struggling right now. But the Yankees are Yankees, and 51.5. The one thing with starting pitchers, you can always pull them, right? Just before the damage gets done. So maybe this goes to the bullpen. I'll probably go with the Yankees. I'll circle that one. Give that a courtesy look after. Let me see what the Ramblers and Gamblers of the bullpen are liking. 50-50 now on the Jays and Rays. 50-50. You guys are on the fence. You know what? I'm on the fence too, because as you know, I'm a big Tampa Bay better, right? To me, they're like one of those under the radar teams in the American League East, where we're not all the talk when normally Boston's a good team. It's all the Yankees. Obviously, Canadians are going to bet Blue Jays, right? And then the Rays, Kevin Cash, the Cash man knows, right? And I just follow Kevin Cash, but this is a tough one for me, because there's a little bit of my heartstrings tugging at the Jays right now. But what's rule number 6 of the Raymond Report? Bet with your wallet, not your heart. Hey, never. All right, Kansas City, Minnesota. Yeah, a C against a B right there. Can't do it. Hey, Mike Singletary.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
Can't do it. Sorry, Isaiah. Can't do it. Can't bet on your Twinkies right now. Not at minus 210, and they're bearish. Can't do it. Milwaukee taking on St. Louis, the Cards. Yeah, that's a great game last night. Great game if you're a Brewer fan. Big win for the Milwaukee Brewers today. And I think we put the jinx there on Montgomery after pumping his tires. All right, you got the old veteran, Adam Wainwright. You know he's like 41 years old, up against Corbin Burns. And Corbin Burns, the mullet, the mullet going here today for Milwaukee. Only one win last 4 starts, so struggling just a bit. But the one thing with Corbin, normally he'll give you innings, but he had a little bit of a tired arm there in August. I know he went 3.2 innings there, 5.2, and normally he'll give you a 6-7 innings, right? But you don't see that a lot anymore. You don't see a lot of starters give you those Roger Clement years, right? Pedro Martinez giving you like 7-8 innings. Those years are it's as Kawhi Leonard should trademark load management, right? Hey, Kawhi has got the load management thing down pat. It's obviously a Raptor fan. When Kawhi was here and we'd watch the Raptors, no Kawhi in the lineup. Load management, made up a new name right there. All right, so a lot of load management going on, and you have to with baseball. You got to protect those arms, right? Last thing these guys want is Tommy John surgery. All right, Milwaukee taking on the Cardinals. That's a great game. That's going to be a great game. You got the old veteran Wainwright against Corbin Burns. 53.6% chance of winning. Milwaukee a favorite, minus 125. What's the line now on that game? Let me see that. Milwaukee, minus 122. 7 is the total. That's an interesting game. Let me see here. B against a B. So 21-12, 16-21. Look at that. See, this is why we do the A, B, and C type teams, right? When the Cardinals face those B type teams, look at their record, 16-21, where Milwaukee's 21-12. So Milwaukee's tend to beat the B's and the C's, but they struggle against the A's, right? Which is normal. But Milwaukee might be the play here today. Oakland against Texas, C on C-type crime, and then you got the Dodgers. Hey, you might want to bet Arizona today. Dodgers clinched last night. They're probably hungover today. Hey, did you see that after the win? The champagne flowing there in the dugout. So it might be a good time to take Arizona today after the liquid courage was flying high there in the dressing room last night. All right, let me handicap that game for you between the Jays and the Rays. And right now, 52% on the Rays. 52% on the Rays. Let's get to the Raymond Report. All right, let's go to the game between the Jays and the Rays. And what you're seeing right now is the Raymond Report tip sheet. And this is the tip sheet I use each and every day when I'm handicapping my games. And we're going to look at some of the value, percentage plays, and the performance cycles. So right now you got Drew Rasmussen going up against the Toronto Blue Jays Swiss Army knife, Ross Stripling. Going to get the nod here today for the Blue Jays. Stripling this year, pretty decent record, 7-4, 3.03 ERA at home at the I call it the Sky Dome. I can't get it. I still call it the Sky Dome. I know it's TD Rogers Place or whatever. To me, it's a Sky Dome. 2.84 ERA at home, 2-3 on the road, a 1.05 WHIP. And you're up against Drew Rasmussen, who's been 10-4. Drew's been awesome. He's been really good. He's been giving you innings too. Drew will give you at least 5-6 innings. This is going to be a good game. Rasmussen has won 4 of his last 5 starts. This is This is going to be tough for the Blue Jays tonight, especially after a big win, emotional win. And you saw yesterday, right? In the first game when Bo got plunked in the head, Or was that, no, that was the night before, right? That was the night before. Then he came back and he hit that homer. But a lot of emotions. How can I not mention the Alejandro Kirk first base to home plate trot? Hey, did you guys watch that? That was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. I think I can run faster than Alejandro Kirk, and I'm 54. That was so funny. I just couldn't. Me and my wife were laughing. I think everybody's laughing, not laughing, just laughing with him, not at him, laughing with him. And what's his name, Vladimir Guerrero, waving him off with the towel in the dugout. Hey, after a big run. And Buck Martinez says one of the things that players do after they're winded like that is they ask them if they can whistle. I thought that was pretty funny. All right, so yeah, back to this game here. Tampa Bay against the Blue Jays. Let's take a look at the value. Any value today on either of these teams. So I did have the Blue Jays listed at minus 167, and you can see we're at minus 120. So getting a discount if you like the Blue Jays here today. 121 is the price on the Tampa Bay Rays, so a little bit undervalued. Chance of winning 51.2% for Toronto. 48.3 for the Tampa Bay Rays. The Kogo is at 58%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. Let's take a look at the strength of schedule. Last 7, 65.3. So Tampa Bay coming in a little bit more battle tested than the Blue Jays at 42.8 last 7. Blue Jays at home against those B-type teams, 17-14. But the problem with the Rays, they're not road warriors, right? They play well at Tropicana, but on the road they have a losing record. If you're trying to support a team and you want them to win a World Series, you got to win your road games, and that's the one thing to knock on the Rays. They don't win their home games. 32-38 on the year. Blue Jays 40-30 at the Sky Dome. And let me take a look, or the Rogers Center. Let me take a look here at other numbers. So let's go down here. Playing on a wacky Wednesday, the Rays 7-3. That's why you see the check mark right there. 3-6-1 to the under. When the total is 7.5, they are 7-6 straight up, 4-9 to the under. So when Tampa Bay is on the road and the total 7.5, 9-4 to the under. So maybe the under is maybe a way to look. 12-8 in the third game of the series on the road this season. But 12-8 to the over. 7-7 last 30 days, so 500 club. In fact, they're 500 last 60 days as well. Toronto Blue Jays in a total of 7.5. So when you see 7.5, what does that tell you right away, right? My ace against your ace. So whenever my ace is up against your ace, 7.5. But I wouldn't consider stripling an ace. But is that the bar now? For aces, 7.5, or is for average pitchers, 7.5. Like back then, remember about I would say like 7 years ago, 10 years ago, when you saw 7.5, it was Greg Maddux on the hill. It was Pedro Martinez. 7.5 now, Ross Stripling. That now the new bar is 6, right? Jacob deGrom. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe that was a wrong term to use, because the normally when you see a 6, now that's the new standard. Back in the day, back like even 10 years ago, 7 years ago, when you saw a 7.5, you knew it was Pedro or Randy Johnson going that day, right? Let me see here. 21-12 after a conference game, 27-18 after a night game, but 9-11 third game of a series, and 3-11 after a win in game 2 of a series. That's concerning right there. You see that? When the Blue Jays are at home coming off a win in game 2 of a series, only 3-11 in their next game. I got to go Rays. As much as it kills me to say this, because I'm a Blue Jay fan, I think Tampa Bay is the more Dave Steve. Bring back Dave Steve, says Bo Jackson. Yeah, Dave Steve, eh? Yeah. I think Tampa Bay is the play here today, guys. Tampa Bay. It won't be a premium pick, but it will be probably a beer money or a free pick. All right, so that is my game of the day. All right, let's go to the front page, and I want to show you guys the new front page here at atsstats.com. So at the top, you're going to see the latest articles, all right? But the real feature of this front page is this right here, the top 25 sports betting options for today, September 14th. And the reason why it's called sports betting options, because I'm giving you guys the options, just like the stock market, right? When you look at the CNBC or the Fox Business News or whatever your Bloomberg or whatever business, Yahoo, wherever you look at your business news, I want to look at these like stocks, the assets, right? So today for September 14th, this is the top asset situational wise, and that's why I call it an option and not a pick. That's one thing I would really want to clarify, is that you don't confuse that this is a pick. This is your best handicapping situation option to bet on. Now, if you bet on it, then obviously it becomes your pick, right? So Calgary in the CFL is probably the best option. Now, you can go through different leagues. If you look at the top 5, the Mets today come in at number 5 against the Cubbies, and I'll show you in a minute how to read this line here. And I'm probably going to do this for the next few weeks, because you're going to get a lot of people coming to the website. They're going to come to the front page and they're going to say, okay, how do I read this? Like, what is this? This is gibberish to me, right? So I'm going to ungibberish this for you. Is that a word, ungibberish? But I think I just made up a new word. All right. So you look at Calgary, we'll go number 5. The Mets come in at number 5. Florida Atlantic, the Owls, taking on Central Florida. And this is important because I'm going to show you something when I do college football after. Central Florida coming in at number 4. They're +9 against Florida Atlantic is +9 against Central Florida, but they only have a 23.5% chance of winning. The BC Lions come in number 3, Saskatchewan number 2, and Calgary at number 1. Now you're saying, hey, why is it all the CFL stuff there? Well, it's because the CFL has been going since June. There's more data, and college football is just starting to go, right? But if you go to the college football tag right here, just go to the pull down menu, and I'm going to show you something that when you're reading this board here, right? I'll call it a board. Let's go to number 5. So the number 5 top sports betting option for college football week number 3 is Louisville, the Cardinals against Florida State. +2 is the line. 56.5 is the total. Neutral 5 days. So what does neutral mean? It means they're 1-2, 2-1 in their last 3 games, right? I'm always looking for that middle ground selection. Strength of schedule. So the teams they face have a win percentage of 75%. So what does that tell you? They're coming in this game battle tested, right? Now, the one thing about this situation though, the SOS, strength of schedule, is that you want to make sure that, and I'll give you a good example on things you really need to watch. It's a handicapping tip. Any team, let's say Marshall, like Marshall last week played Notre Dame, right? Marshall, not a big, name school, popular school, good players, the good program, they've done well, but they're not in the same class of the Alabamas, Georgias, Notre Dame, right? The big programs. And normally when these smaller teams like Wyoming, North Dakota State, all those, smaller schools play the big boys, the next week they're battered. I mean, like ice tub time, right? It's just like the injuries mount up. So those are things you got to consider. So if you ever see those little teams, and let's say they're very competitive against the Alabamas and all those big teams, check the injury report, because there's probably a good chance that a percentage of those players are going to be injured the following week, and the line's going to be out of whack, right? So a little tip for you guys to really understand that. All right, so Louisville, Florida State, they're 2.5 point, I think they're home underdog in that case, against B-type teams. They've won 100%, but again, they've only played, I got to change this. I think I'm going to talk to my programmer, and instead of going back this season, I think we're going to go back the last 3 years. I think it's better we go back the last 3 years to get more data, right? You need more data to have a better read on your analytics. All right, C-type teams, 1 ATS loss. So Louisville won last week, but I don't know if they got the ATS win though. I'll have to check on that. 1-1. In fact, let me do that right now, because I like to. Let me go to my college football. Let me see if it comes up quickly. Probably not. But anyway, I'll come back to it in a minute. All right, so Central Florida coming in at number 4, 9-point favorite against Florida Atlantic. Now you're saying, Ron, okay, you got Florida Atlantic number 1, you got Central Florida number 2. Why do you have 2 teams in your top 5 playing each other listed as your top options, right? And that's exactly what the word is, options. The thing is, I can't control Microsoft, Tesla, Apple in the ranking of the, when you're reading the stock market, right? It's the same situation. It just so happens that Central Florida is in a good handicapping spot early in the season. Keep in mind, it's early in the season against Florida Atlantic. So anytime we get these type of situations, you got 2 teams meeting each other, there's a situational handicapping spot that these teams are in, right? And the thing in handicapping that you have to really understand is situational handicapping. And it's part of the third rule of the Raymond report, right? When you look at the Raymond report, what's the value percentage play? What's number 3? performance cycles, and you can really replace that word with situational handicapping. Performance cycles, situational handicapping goes hand in hand right there, right? So that's why you're going to see some of these things listed very close to each other, right? But again, I don't care about Central Florida's opponent right now. I care about the team, the asset, and who they're playing, and they're coming off situations, right? What are they coming off, and what are they looking ahead to? That, my friends, is what this feature is all about. All right, 75% chance of winning here on Central Florida. North Texas taking on UNLV. They're a +3. I don't know if they're a home or a road dog. They're a +3 dog. At UNLV. Sorry, so there you go. It's right there at UNLV. So they are a road underdog of 3. Neutral 11 days. All right, so neutral 11 days. Now keep in mind, neutral 11 days in football is not the same as neutral 11 days in baseball, right? If you're neutral 11 days in baseball, that's really good. In football, that just means you only played once in maybe once or twice in 11 days. Strength of schedule 44%. Not it's okay. It's not that great. 40% chance of winning, the percentage play, right? So let's go back to the Raymond report. What's the three fundamentals we always talk about? Value, percentage play, performance cycles. Well, here's the cow, the chance of winning. I always read this here, 40%. Wyoming. I think this might be a good play this weekend. I know Air Force had a big win last week against, was it Colorado or Colorado State? I think it was Colorado, right? Let me go and take a look at that. Last week, it was Colorado. No, it must have been Colorado State. Hang on here. Wyoming. Where is Wyoming? Wait, are they playing on top here? No. Oh yeah, here we go. All right. Northern Colorado. Yeah, Air Force played Colorado. All right. That's what I was. Air Force played Colorado last week, and they won that game. What was the final? 41-10. So Air Force coming off a big win, right? Coming off a big win, and the hardest thing to do in football is have coming off, trying to put big wins in back-to-back games, right? And that's why the law of average, to me, is one of the important things about sports handicapping. Wyoming, 14.5 point at home, 46.5 is the total. Neutral 11 days. The strength of schedule 39%, but only a 14.6% chance of winning. That is very, very low. So this is one of the indicators that might really talk me off this game, right? If this was closer to like 40, then I'd be, or even, you got to have a range. You got to have a percentage range. Normally in baseball, is 40%, and even in football, but 14 to me is too low because, you only got a 14% chance of winning, but I'm not asking this team to win. I'm asking this team to cover, right? Because it comes into the numbers, and I talk about this at the top of the show, right? I don't care about fantasy points. I don't care about that. I'm trying to beat the bookmaker's number, right? And I got to figure out, my forecast has 33-16. So I got these guys winning by 17 points here? About 17, so it doesn't cover the spread, right? So these are things that I got to consider. And did I see right? 5 days rest. They're on 5. Okay, both teams are on 5 days rest. Obviously, they're playing on a Friday, right? All right, so things you got to really consider. And then Florida Atlantic is the number one option this weekend, +9 against Central Florida, neutral, but strength of schedule only 17%. So to me, that's a red flag right there. If the strength of schedule, meaning they're only playing teams that have a 17% win percentage, that's not good. And they've only played C-type teams. So that's how you got to read this this board, right? I want to bet on teams that are battle tested, that play A and B type teams. So if I got the number one team that only played C-type teams, that is really not really attractive to me, right? And at 23.5 of all these teams right here, I think this is the best one right here, Louisville. I think Louisville could be your best bet right here. +2, Florida State, neutral 5, 75% chance on the strength of schedule. Had a bad loss against Syracuse, but they battled back last week and they won that game. Was it Old Dominion? I guess I forget who they played last week. Louisville, Central Florida. Yeah, the Knights, 20-14. That's it. So big win right there. I think Louisville, to me, is probably your best option right here in college football. All right. Also, if you want to look more into that game, what you do is you go to your college football right here, go to the Raymond report, and then once you get to the Raymond report, go to your Louisville, Florida State. Should be a great football matchup, right? Yeah, that should be a really good game right there. Florida State off that big upset win against LSU. Now, were they off last week? I think so, right? So they've been off for like 2 weeks now, so they're itching to go. Louisville, coming off that big win against Central Florida. Now, that game was on the road, and now they're playing at home, right? So Louisville has not played a home game yet. Keep that in mind. That's really important. Louisville, in college sports, home field advantage, the energy of the crowd is just, it's a Jekyll and Hyde feeling for these teams, right? So I think Louisville +2 is a really, really good pick. And I think there might be a little bit of an overreaction to that LSU win. You see, Florida State coming off that isolated game. Remember, that was was that a Sunday night game? I think, yeah, because Clemson, Georgia Tech was on the Monday. So that was an isolated game. The whole college football world was watching. So everybody's in the market psychology of things, right? Thinking, oh, Florida State, they're going to kill them, right? Well, not so fast, my friend, as Lee Corso would say. And let me take a look at some of the other performance cycles. Nothing really here in Florida State. Look at that. I don't see any check marks, and I don't see any here. So a little, but look at that. 4-1 since 96 against Florida State at home against the point spread. Pretty good. Last 3 years, sorry. Or no, since 96. Since 96. Yeah, 4-1 at home against Florida State. Louisville +2. Give me the Cardinals. All right, there you have it, and that is the Raymond Report tip sheet. And tomorrow with Ross the Boss, I'll break down some of the other games. In fact, I'll go into the NFL. If you we'll handicap tomorrow night's Thursday night game. Well, how about that? We'll handicap, and if you're a member of ATS, all you got to do is go to NFL Rain Report, and go to any of the game matches, and they'll give you the tip sheet on the game. All right, Allen Iverson time.
We talking about practice, not a game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
We talking about practice. Nope, we're talking about the 80% Club fun facts. That's right. Here we go. Fun fact time. The Astros 12-1 as a -300 or more favorite in the month of September. The Mets 10-1 coming off a loss in Game 2 of a series this season. So a nice -200. Nope. What happened to my stats right there? There we go. Had a little bit of a blackout right there. Let me see here. Lost my feed. All right, hopefully we're back. All right, 14-2. The Rockies, the over is 14-2 for the Rockies as a 200-220 road underdog coming off a right-handed pitcher. The Mariners 12-2 as a -140, 160 home favorite coming off an under last 4 years. And the Blue Jays -12-2 as a pick 'em to 120 home favorite, and the total 7-8 the last 7 years. So that's a pretty good one right there. Any mic drops right here? Let's see if we can find a good mic drop. Cincinnati Reds 10-2 as a 140, 160 home favorite. Third game of the series the last 5 years. And that is your mic drop. All right. Hopefully we're back here. Are we back? I know we lost the feed there for a second. 12-2. All right. I think we're back. Okay, let me just do a little test in the bullpen. Yeah, I think we're still here. All right, so there you have it. That is that's the 80% Club fun facts. In fact, tomorrow I'll do actually, if you go to the front page, of ATS Stats, and you go to the top right here, I got 50 winning trends. If you click on this, it's going to give you 50 winning trends in college football for week number 3. Right down here, you get that. And also, if you go to the front page, so look for Nick Saban and Aaron Rodgers. We got some top 10 winning trends for week number 2 in the NFL. The Packers 18-1 as a -7-9 home favorite coming off a loss since 1996, and you can get all the fun facts right here at atsstats.com. All right, this was a good show. I like this show today. It was there's Timmy Two Shoes. How you doing there, Timmy? I like the Mariners, Astros, and Rays, says Scott. Dogs ATS is the way to go. You're absolutely right, Ron. It gets harder to lay points in NBA because of the mentality and attitude of the league. It's not like it was in the 80s and 90s. Yep. Home run factor in Toronto is number 6. Bring back Dave Steve. I like that one. D gibberish, says Isaiah. Yeah, D gibberish. I'll include that in my new arsenal of speeches. All right, I'll put that in the toolbox. All right, there you have it, folks. That is the Ram Report today for a wacky Wednesday. We struggled a bit here today on a wacky Wednesday.
Struggling.
But we got her done. We got her done. It is September 14th. Again, don't forget, if you want to get my top plays, and I told you guys I would talk about this, right? So if you go to the front page, and if you're interested in my premium plays, It's a one-shot deal for 1 year, $99. 14-3 the last 17 picks. And the thing with the premium picks is that I'm very, very selective. And I talk about this all the time. You got to have a beer pizza money mindset and then your investment mindset, right? If I'm not feeling it that day, but I want action on the game, I'll put a couple of bucks on a game, but money that I can afford to lose, right? But then the investment money, that's the one I really want to win, right? That's the money that I'm investing. That's the one I want to cash in. So if you look at the dates, so on yesterday, the 13th, prior to that was the 9th. Prior to that, so 9, 10, 11. So yeah, but the NFL, yeah. So you had some NFL picks in there. That's why. But if you look at the baseball, I'll just look at the baseball. So the 13th, the 9th, and then down here, I had the August 30th, and then August 25th, August 23rd, August 20th. So you see there's days between, right? And again, you got to get into that mindset that it's you won't have the perfect Picasso every day. As much as you want to win every day, we all do, right? Everybody wants to win, make their cash. But the thing is, there's just the opportunity to make money. Sometimes it's just not there every day. If you don't feel it, you don't see it, and the numbers and the analytics and the cycles don't match up, then you say, okay, it's not an investment day. But it's a beer and pizza money day, right? Because at the end of the day, we're watching sports. I get it. We want to scratch that itch. We want to have action on the game. But be very careful. Don't have the mindset. It's like, hey, if you bet $100 every day on a game or every play, and let's say you're betting $200-300 a day. Don't think every day is going to be a Picasso and you're going to make your $200-300 every day. If you don't feel it that day, scale down. Go to $5, $10, $20 picks. That's your beer and pizza money selection, right? And if you have that mindset of like, you know what, I like these picks, I don't love these picks, and that's the difference. If you like the pick, then it's a $5, $10, $20 type pick, right? If you love the pick, then you follow your betting investment strategies, right? And that's probably the best way in a nutshell that I can tell you about that. All right, there you have it, folks. That is the Raymond Report today for a Thursday. Man,
Struggling.
I need the what was it, the Johnny what was it, the Ed McMahon and the Johnny Carson. I need the Ed McMahon hook to take me out of here today. Hey, struggling today, but we got her done, and it's always a lot of fun to do this show. All right, folks, I'll be back here on a Thirsty Thursday, and again, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back here on a Thirsty Thursday. In the meantime, have yourself a great rest of your day. Oh, let's take a look at the poll before I go. 55% on the Rays, 55% betting the Rays. Cheers.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
To be the man, you gotta be the man.
Joe, own the Chiefs. Owns. I don't know.
Struggling.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Great cash, homie.
Holy cow!
The dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here?
Woo!
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
That's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.
Hey, now, would you look over there? Big red lips, long blonde hair. Say, come here, baby, let me catch you stare. Like the way you walk over there. Hey, now, would you look over there? Long black boots and long hair. Say, come here, baby, let me catch you stare. Like the way you walk over there. Ain't no girl like, ain't no girl like that. No girl like that.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.